Okay, hi. It's me, Alison, the Neon Diva, as my husband likes to say, from Alison Studios. Now we're sneaking over. I think he caught a glimpse of me, but this is Niall Mathieson of Barnesville, Georgia. Now I saw him at a show. Which show was it? I can't remember which show. It was the Atlanta Arts Festival a year ago, and I was several booths away from him, and every time I walked past, I'd tell him, "You are best in show. You are best in show." And then we were standing in line waiting for our artist packet to set up the other day, and I thought I recognized his face. I thought I recognized his accent. Couldn't remember, but when he started talking, I said, "Well, what kind of work do you do?" And he said, "I do these enormously gigantic turned wood pieces." I said, "I know you. You are best in show." He really wasn't given best in show, but he got an award today. And let's sneak up on Neil and have him show you and show all of us a little bit about his work. I just am amazed. And they are ridiculously large turned wood pieces. Fantastic, gorgeous pieces. Wait till you see the stuff.
Okay.
Well, here you go. Here's a sneak peek. Neil is busy talking to one of his patrons right now, but look at this. This is a single piece of wood, turned wood. Hi, Neil.
Hi.
Hi, I think we got his attention. Let's come on in. And it's lit. It's got a light, so it's up there. Oh, I wish it were dark. I wish it were dark right now so we could see this. Hello, Neil. Good morning. And congratulations to you.
Oh, well.
Look at this gorgeous orange ribbon you got. This is fantastic. Award of distinction.
I feel very, very honored.
That's a
First
nice-
time here.
First time. First time at this show or first time awarded at this show?
First time at the show.
At the show. Oh, fantastic! I told you you were best in show. Your work is just stunning and phenomenal. Can you believe this stuff? Well, Neil, can you tell us a little bit about your work? These gigantic pieces of turned wood, and also I love the piece. We'll show that one up close a little bit, on our way out. But I love
Okay.
that piece in the front too.
Well, the big pieces are my passion because they're a challenge to work out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Most wood turners are taught to do things this size, and you're taught to turn them as fast as you possibly can, probably 3,000 RPM. These logs go onto the lathe from 1,500 pounds to a ton in weight.
Wow!
You don't want to be turning that at 1,500,
No.
even 150 RPM if you can avoid it.
Wow.
So when they go onto the lathe, I start off and I'm turning at maybe 50 RPM. And because they're unusually large, I have to modify the lathe to carry them. I had to build tools to make them with, particularly hollowing. The first question I always get asked is, how do you hollow them? And I say, well, I've got two answers. The informal answer is I hold my grandson by the legs and he goes down with a chisel. The technical answer, and I have to kill you if I tell you, is that I've got a grinder with a chainsaw blade on the end,
Wow!
small chainsaw blade on the end of a 15-foot pole, and while the log's spinning slowly,
Yes.
I basically am going in like that
Yeah.
to the
Wow.
bottom.
Incredible.
I can do about, I can go to a maximum on my lathe about 7 foot deep now.
Wow.
So
That's some turning wood. That's not turning wood. That's turning trees.
well,
That's turning
right. It
trees.
is.
This man is a tree turner. Oh my gosh! I mean, look at that piece. That is just phenomenal.
this pair here you may be interested in
Okay.
because this pair,
Oh, the
of
pair.
yin and yang,
Okay. Okay.
because
Yin and yang.
yin and yang,
Yin and yang,
each
I
is the
can see
negative
that.
space of the other.
Really?
So basically it was turned as one vessel, hollowed, and then cut apart and stood up like that.
Wow. Wow.
And the trick with this, and I spent probably more time designing it than turning it, because every time you improve the aesthetics on yin, you ruin the aesthetics on yang.
Oh.
So, because obviously that they're
Yeah.
directly related. So it's a
Yeah.
compromise the whole time. You're trying to come up with curves
Yeah.
that leave both pieces aesthetically pleasing.
Wow. Now, there's a distinct look in your wood grain, and I think that is called. It's a term that I'm just learning. Is it
Spalting?
Spalting. That's the
Well,
word. There's
a lot
some
of
beautiful
people
spalting.
call this spalted maple. I call it ambrosia maple because it may have spalting just means that it's starting to rot. And as it starts to rot, it'll get beautiful black and dark lines in it going everywhere. That doesn't have much spalting in it. It's much more.
Yeah.
If you look at
just
the
a little-
ink blots, it comes from
Yeah.
the ambrosia maple, from the ambrosia beetle. The beetle gets in, and wherever it gets in, you land up with these ink blots. And it's just like in box elder, for instance, this. The red comes from the ambrosia beetle.
Really? Oh, cookies! Chocolate chip cookies in the bowl.
Someone thought they were wooden cookies. Help
I thought so
yourself.
too. I thought so at first. I thought they were little. That's natural. That's a natural formation. That color in the wood from the beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's fantastic.
So I've got a number of pieces that've got some spalting in, but
Tootsie Rolls in this bowl. I might have to
Okay.
take one of those.
help yourself.
I
That's
do
what
like
those are
chocolate.
for.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And bananas for the healthier people.
So how do we reach?
Yes, how do we reach you, Neil? You are in Barnesville, Georgia. Do you have a
Barnesville,
website?
Georgia. I
It
do.
is
It's there.
Niall
Finale.
Mathieson. How close do I get with this? Neil Mathieson from Barnesville, Georgia, and you do have a website?
Yeah.
Okay, and what is the name?
Finale Wood Art.
Finale Wood Art. And this man is the grand finale of wood. I would think. Absolutely.
Thank
Well,
you so much.
so much, Neil. Is there anything else that you'd like to say about your work?
No, you talked about
I
that
wanted to.
piece, and the
I love
only
that.
thing that I would say about that piece is that that was one burl, about
Really?
17, 18 inches diameter, and I've got tools that are curved,
Yes.
and you can take multiple cuts. So all of those came, if you just go to the smallest and all the way up,
Yep.
there are 6 cuts there. Well, when you land up with 6 bowls full of holes, you can, I suppose, use them as kitchen colanders, but
Sure.
what else? So I thought, make them into a juggler, you know, and,
Yes.
and that's why that piece developed that
Oh,
way.
wonderful. We'll take a closer look as we go out. But what is that the name of the piece?
Juggler, yeah.
Juggler. Okay, it's fantastic. It reminds me of the time lapse photography of the lunar phases
Yeah.
of the moon, that kind of a
Yeah.
thing on its orbital arc. It's a fantastic piece. Let's go take a look at it. So anyway, Neil, it's so good to see
Okay.
you again. And to me, you're always best of show in my book.
Oh, thanks.
I just love this man's work. It's really stunning. Okay, we got to look at this piece too. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this whole booth. Okay, so I can't help myself. He's got such a fantastic display. Look at this piece of wood. This is a single piece of wood that this man has turned and carved into this magnificent piece. Don't you love it? I love it. Besides, I like big. Big is good. And this, okay, again, this has the natural coloration, beautiful natural. I'm sure you don't do anything to color any of these
No.
woods. These are just the natural wood. It's got this fantastic, these are from the beetle, these little holes, ambrosia beetles, and it's the same ambrosia beetle that makes that coloration. What a fantastic piece is that? How wonderful. Oh my gosh. This one, check out the wood grain on that. Are these pieces not stunning? I don't know. It just inspires me. I'm not a wood artist, but it just inspires me. This is a look at that fantastic thing. He's getting really creative here. Now this piece, he's left a lot of the natural bark on this piece, but look at the beautiful.
Gives you a real idea of what he starts with.
He's really, yeah, this is what he starts with. And up on the top, actually this looks like a metal filigree on the top. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Oh, he's got butterscotch candies in that bowl. But then oh my gosh, okay, so we have to see, this is one of the pieces that I said, this is the reason why I said he is the best in show. Look at this piece of wood that's been carved into the beautiful piece, and it's uplit from the bottom. Anyway, are you as excited about this as I am? This gets me excited. I loved it. All right, so here's the last piece we'll show you for today. This Neil calls the juggler. This series of bowls were one inside the other. It was one single piece of wood, and he has a cutting tool, so he could cut the bowl and then slice off another bowl from the inside of that and slice off another bowl from the inside of that. And so he configured these all together into this piece with a metal structure underneath, which I love the combination of materials, metal and wood, things like that. Really love that. And every piece is a work of art in of itself. So how nice is that? You can see why I love this stuff. Okay, so there's some really nice art here at the Mainsail Art Festival. It's a great show. It really is. If you're ever in St. Pete during this weekend, you should try to get down here to this show. It's a good one. All right, well, I'm closing out for now. We're going to go check out a couple other artists in a little while, and we'll see you. Bye.
Self-taught, yeah. I started turning 6 years ago.